what's going on tonight, my dating tribe. Really wanted to touch on tonight dating tips for if you're a little nerdy. So I want to dig into this, and I've definitely got some nerdy friends. I consider myself a nerd, things like Marvel/Avengers movies and the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe, DC Cinematic Universe, Star Trek, Star Wars. A lot of that stuff in recent years come out with a lot of movies, expanded this, that, and the other thing, and made billions of dollars. So obviously there are a lot of nerds out there. They wouldn't be making money if there wasn't. So I definitely consider myself pretty nerdy. I like kind of all that stuff that I just named off, even anime personally. Though I don't think on the outside I really look like it very often, as I'm into some pretty, I guess, conventional stuff as well, like hunting or watching NFL football. I'm a big Bills fan, but still definitely a lot of nerdy interest in my entertainment watching. And so maybe it's kind of a reason for you to be a little bit insecure. Maybe it gives you some trouble sometimes, in your dating life because of that insecurity, or like finding common interests with girls or something like that. All perfectly fine. So if you are kind of in that realm though, I'm definitely here to give you some tips, and we'll dive into these. So the first thing, it's gonna sound very, very basic, but I was surprised at this, and hear me out. Here in Buffalo, there's a few different comic book stores where you can buy all sorts of nerdy things, whether it's Pokemon or magic cards, or game pieces and books for Dungeons and Dragons, stuff like that. And one time I walked in on like a Saturday, and this kind of nerdy store was having an event of some kind. I don't know if it was like a Pokemon card tournament or what, but there's a lot of guys in there my age at the same time, and I hate to say it, but they all stank. Like, they all had like BO. So my first and very basic tip is make sure you're showering, you're smelling good, you're good to go in the BO stuff. Me personally, I don't know how somebody can go a day or a couple days without showering. I just can't. It's just me. That would drive me nuts. But number one, you don't want to be out in public with the chance to meet somebody cool. Maybe it's at one of those nerdy things. Maybe it's when you walk down the street to get your coffee in the middle of the event. Let's say there's an intermission before, after, whatever, and here the situation comes up where you can actually meet a cool girl and you smell like a nasty little city boy cow pasture. That's not good. So I know it's like the most basic tip in the world, but damn it, don't be smelling like that. And that is a true story. Literally walked in the game store, there's like 7 of these nerdy looking guys. They all look like they lived in their mom's basement, and they kind of all stink. So there's tip number 1, let's be basic, right? Number 2, I would say in your outward appearance, don't be overly weird. And you might say, well, what does that mean? I gotta change my whatever? Well, yeah, maybe. It depends. So kind of like I almost said earlier in the video, how me personally, I'm a fan of a few different animes and Star Wars, Star Trek, Marvel Cinematic Universe, you name that. It doesn't necessarily mean though that in my outward opinion or my outward appearance I rock that all the time, right? Like, so I'm not rocking like some weird anime shirt from some weird show that came out in like 1995. Like, I just don't wear that on my shirt, and so when I'm out in like a social setting, I'm not getting like weird questions about it. So like, if I go to a local watering hole, Joe Boomer isn't gonna be like, well, what are you wearing a cartoon on your shirt for? And as much as you might be like, whining that you have to like change your personality or something. You don't have to change your personality or your interests at all. But what I am saying is that in general, it will make your social likability, your approachability a lot easier if you just dress like a normal person. Maybe it's flannel, whatever. I'm not going to come on here and pretend that I'm some fashion guru. I would like to think that I'm pretty stylish in general, you know. I clean up well when I want, but at the same time, I'm not rocking, like there are times that I wear a Star Wars shirt, like around the house. I'm very casual, you know, situation, or like if I know I'm gonna be around people that I already know. And number three, I'm married myself, so it kind of doesn't matter, you know, anyway. Like I'm not really going out to impress anybody, but at the same time, like I know that in general I don't look like a weirdo. So not looking like a weirdo, not wearing some kind of weird shirt like that, maybe, you know, will help you, you know, if you have a little bit, you know. I'm not saying you need to be generic, especially as like a personality type, but in general, a more generic look, a more just up-to-date look, you know, nice flannel, whatever, that might definitely help you in your quest. Number three, don't deny or lie about those nerdy interests when you're out on a date. So I would say kind of play this in the middle. It doesn't necessarily have to be if you're asked about it in a dating situation. So when you're out on like a first, second date and a girl like asks you like, what kind of movies are you into? You know, me personally, I'm gonna say something like, well, I like a lot of action movies, you know, like the Bourne trilogy or Star Wars, Star Trek. Like I am into, you know, some nerdy movies, but I like just conventional action movies as well. Or I can be into a good drama or a good suspense thriller. You know, I don't like horror movies, but, you know, I'm pretty open to whatever. And most women are gonna be like, okay, cool. You know, like that's gonna sound, I don't want to say cliche, but it's going to sound like very normal, very regular. And a lot of time when it comes to dating, like normal equals safety. Like I'm probably a pretty regular dude, so that equals safety / not creepy / if you ever do come back to my home or apartment, I'm not going to kill you and bury you in the basement or something like that. So definitely, like I said, you don't want to lie about those interests. You can even say, yeah, I'm into some anime a little bit, but don't like make it like, don't put like pressure on it, awkwardness, weirdness. Just be like, yeah, I'm into some anime, I'm into this, whatever. And as long as you seem like a regular guy about it, you're going to be viewed as a regular guy as well. So, yeah, those are my basic, if you will, dating tips. If you consider yourself a nerdy guy, number one, shower and cleanliness. Number two, don't be overly weird. Number three, and what I mean by that is especially in your dress and your appearance. Number three, don't really deny or lie about those interests, because if you get into a deeper relationship down the road, she's going to find that stuff out about you anyway. Don't deny or lie about it, but also just make it sound normal. Just kind of like, yeah, that's what, you know, I'm into some anime, it's cool, you know, whatever. So those are my tips for tonight. My name is Nate. I'm a dating coach for men. You can reach me at pattersoncoachingwny.com. That is my Facebook website. It has the direct contact info on there, so you can Facebook message me, you can email me, you can text me, you can call me. However you feel like reaching out, we can talk about things, do a free consultation if you feel like my help would be needed. And what I do for clients is we come up with I have a comprehensive system that is specific to you, that gets your mind right, so that you can get out, you know, you can become a dating machine if you want. And I want to help you find long-term happy relationship that I am blessed to wake up to every day. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week and next time.